Hi everybody. We're going to give this a go. It's late. It's 9:41 in the evening and I've been wanting to get to this reading for you. You are going to have a choice of 3 card decks that I will pull 3 cards from. The first card deck is Messages from Your Angels. The second card deck is Oracle of the Fairies. And the third card deck is my deck, Light Fragments Auracle. So, again, pause your video and look at each deck as it comes up. Okay, so pause for the first, pause for the second, pause for the third, take a deep cleansing breath, close your eyes, and whichever deck you see in your mind, that reading is for you. So again, Messages from Your Angels, Oracle of the Fairies, and Light Fragments Auracle. And my cat Sebastian is on the bed with me, so he might get in the way. So let's pick a deck from the first deck, which is Messages from Your Angels. Now, if you chose this deck, this particular reading is for you. Takes a little bit of shuffling. I want to make sure that I get them really shuffled. I am not going to ask anything in particular. A card flipped out first, but I am going to say that the person that chose this deck is experiencing some very challenging changes in their life. Could be related to health. Or the first card is Sonia. And Sonia says, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy and I am at peace and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So, the health part could have been from the recent passing of a deceased loved one. But the challenges are drastic and the changes are drastic that you are now experiencing or have recently experienced. Let's see what the next card says. You're going to be okay. It's going to take a while. But nope, the message that I was getting does have to do with your health. Your health. Because of all this, you have not been taking care of yourself. You've been trying, but grief is difficult, and you're kind of just eating on a whim instead of really forcing yourself to sit down and eat. Okay, so this card has to do with yoga and exercise. Now, I'm going to put my own spin on this. The yoga is for meditation, and the exercise, I'm going to encourage you to take walks. Not the kind of exercise that most people think about, but exercise for cleansing and clearing your mind and processing your thoughts. That's really what you need to do. It's essential for your well-being. And because you, at this point in time, the challenges that you have faced, which are to an extreme, it's necessary for your own health and well-being to begin to allow and cleanse the thought processes, allow them to come in and release them. And there's no time limit on this. You might have to do it every single day. Take a 10 or 15 minute walk and try not to focus on what's going on around you. Try to just kind of walk and process. That's what I'm getting from this card. Grounding and also communication. You may want to consider talking to somebody that deals with grief. Some therapy that deals with grief. Just so that you have an objective place to go to talk this out. Okay, let's pick the next card. My hands are small, my shuffling is... Okay, so this is for the future. Caution is warranted right now. Look deeper into this situation. So, to quell the way you feel, if you're looking to get into another relationship, don't do it. This is not the time. If you're looking to move out of the area that, you formed your life in, don't do it. Now is not the time. If you're looking at switching jobs and the job that you have is working for you, but you just feel like you just need a change because the way your mind is right now, don't do it. Don't make any rash decisions. Wait a year. 1 year. Wait a year. Okay? This isn't a mandate. You can do what you want. But I'm hearing wait a year from now. So next November, December, if you'd like to make a change, you are going to be in a better place. Okay? Card deck number 1. Messages from angels. This is your reading. Thank you very much. Namaste. And the second deck is Oracle of the Fairies. If you picked this deck, this reading will be for you. Okay, so the first intuitive hit that I got is kind of like a puzzle, a phrase. You are looking for the key. You are looking for the key. I don't know if it's the key that's going to unlock your heart. I don't know if it's the key to a new home. I don't know if it's the key, the answer to everything that you've been anticipating, but you're looking for the key. Well, this is interesting because the first thing that I said was, I don't know if you're looking to the key, for the key to unlock your heart, but this is about trusting your own heart, the purity of your own heart, and how you are in a position right now where you can trust yourself. There was a time where you couldn't because you were very insecure about everything. But you've worked a lot at your inner being, and you're now at a point in your life where you can trust yourself. Look inside your heart, and you will find the answer within you to your questions. Beautiful card. And oh my goodness, look at this. I just picked the deck up. Card is sticking out of the deck right away. Let's pull it. Okay. Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune in to the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Now, I always kind of laugh at these cards because it depends on where you live. If you live in the city, okay, you're going to, and you go outside and you're surrounded by buildings, to connect with nature, you're really going to have to go someplace where, like a park or something. My feeling about this card is it's a grounding card. It's about grounding yourself. So when you look into your heart for the answers to the questions that you have, and you get them, then it's time to ground yourself, because a lot of times the answers we get are not the ones we're looking for. Where our self wants something different than what is best for us, but our inner being knows what's best for us. And if we go and tap inside of there, we're going to get the answers, and it's going to take some time and some grounding to move into that place of acceptance. I sense that you are in a relationship and that you are questioning it. You're questioning if you want to go to the next step or if you want to keep things the way they are, but the other party wants to go the next step. And now I want you to see there are two cards sticking out here. I can't see which ones they are. This is difficult because when this happens, I want to read both of them, but this is three cards, and to be fair to everybody, I'm going to read only three. So I'm going to take this one, which is sitting on top of this one. And here we have the future. Seeing how you don't know what it is you want to do. This is the magical gateway card. Walk through the door. Walk through the door. The only way that your heart is going to be unlocked is if you allow yourself to feel and be vulnerable in this particular relationship. And that's all the other person wants you to be. Honest and vulnerable. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Anytime you make a decision about anything, you're venturing into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's like a baby. You know, that baby's been crawling around on their hands and knees for a couple of months, and they're watching all the humans, you know, mom and dad and siblings walk around, and they're like, hey, hey, pick me up, because they want to get on their 2 feet and they want to start running. They want that experience, but it's scary because they're going to fall down, but they do it anyway. They do it. It's an unknown, one step at a time. It's time to step boldly forward. There we go. I didn't see that last line. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So remember, this choice that you're going to make in this relationship, partnership, you're not going to be able to look back and say woulda, shoulda, coulda. That's only going to mess things up. And you aren't going to be 100% sure. That's where the courage comes in. But if you feel and you've unlocked with that key the inside of your heart and the answer comes, you know what the answer is. This is a beautiful card. Okay, card deck number 2. That is your reading for tonight. And now we will do card deck number 3. And this is my deck. They're a little different. Okay. Card deck number 3. Boy, are you impatient. You're going to get what you're asking for, but you're your own worst enemy right now. You want what you want when you want it too fast. And you're not getting it because there's some things that have to take place before that happens. And this makes a lot of sense because this is a male. And this man, well, he was a young guy that came to me at a fair. I remember when he sat down in the chair, and I was kind of blown away because he was a young adult. I don't think he was quite 18 yet. And he didn't have a mohawk, but the way he had his hair, it was sticking up. But I could see and I could feel fairy energy around him. Light beings, little light being fairy angels. And I asked him if he would be offended if I told him that what I saw, and he said no. And he said to me that he always felt like he came from another realm. The reason I'm saying this is because the impatience is because you have come from another realm. And I'm not saying that you have a fairy energy around you, but maybe the elemental kingdom, Celtic belief system, maybe even Druid belief system, or you have some ancestors that are, but there is an impatience here. It's kind of like, all right already, it's time to get this thing going. I've been doing this for too long and I want to see results. And my feeling about it is very positive, but you've got to work on that impatience. It's holding you back. So whenever you start to feel impatient, just kind of be accepting of the now. It is what it is right now. Ancient texts tell us that we should be kind to everyone. Now, I'm not sure if you have a crew working under you or you own your own business and you've got people working under you. I'm feeling that. We should be kind to everyone as we may be entertaining angels. It is the same with light beings. The spirits that are around us. Respect them. So, excuse me for a minute. My cat is trying to chew my box. No. No, Sebastian. Be a good boy. Be a good boy. So, this color around the body is violet. It's the color of intuition. It's the strongest auric color there is. You have a very strong intuition. And also, people that have very strong intuitions tend to be impatient. Because the information is coming so quickly. And a lot of people that don't even know that that's how they are have that. The information comes very quickly to them. And then I would have to say you are definitely surrounded by angelic beings or light beings from the elemental kingdom. The elemental kingdom is between heaven and earth. Nature spirits. So you probably like to spend a lot of time outdoors. Particularly if you are a guy, and here we are this time of year. I'm not... No. Sebastian. Sebastian. Get down. I don't know if I should leave that in. Sebastian is a chewer. That's how he got his crooked tooth when he was a kitten. He shorted the lights in the house by chewing on a wire. We didn't even know he was doing it. And all the lights shut off. And a big spark. And he messed up his teeth, his second teeth. So getting back to the reading, I apologize. I'm hearing the name Adam. Adam. And sometimes I see letters, so it could be Adam, but it could be Amanda. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, do you know an Amanda? Or is your name Adam? Or do you know an Adam? Is Adam your son? And Adam might be coming into your life. Interesting. Okay, so this right now, in this present moment, is a very important time of spiritual discernment for you. Spiritual discernment is really important, particularly if you are hanging around with a bunch of guys, or if you're hanging around with a bunch of gals, and you intuitively feel uncomfortable, but you just can't quite put your finger on it. That's spiritual discernment. And oftentimes it could mean nothing. but it just means to be more observant and pay attention. And since I mentioned before possibly having your own business, this is a time of spiritual discernment in making wise decisions for the benefit of everyone. And if you have people working under you, this isn't just about you, okay? It's about everybody that's helping you to be you in the business that you have. So a person that has spiritual discernment and acts on their own inner spiritual discernment is often poo-pooed by other people. It's kind of like you have a gut feeling about something, and you say something about it, and somebody might, you don't know what you're talking about, or I don't think that's going to happen. But it's very strong. You're being asked to pay attention to that. That's what this card means. And it is a gift. This is a divine gift. So it's not just for women. Men have intuition too. Men like to say gut punch or gut, or they felt it in their gut, and women talk more about, following their intuition. But it's interesting here because I think that there's a Celtic background here. Maybe you came from Ireland, or you have a long lineage of ancestry from Ireland or Scotland, or you know what I'm talking about. Because here we've got two fairy energies here. There's a male and there's a female. So, I don't know. It's just interesting. Adam, Amanda. I don't know. It's just interesting. That's all I can really give you. Both have very strong intuitions. Yeah. Really, two really interesting cards. This could be about a couple that is running their own business. I'm not sure. And let's pull one more. Could be that the one party, there's one person that doesn't want you to go in a certain direction, and you're being impatient about it because that's really what you want to do. I know that's a vagary, but if you card deck number 2, you'll know what I'm talking about, even though I can't give you specifics. Alright, so this is a really interesting card, because this card is all about community. So I'm trying to understand where this all fits in. This could actually have to do with a community that you guys are involved in, that you are working on a project, a community project that's pretty intense, where there are people that are going through real life experiences. It could be working with the homeless people, getting them into places to live. But you have a lot of stories to tell, and now I can sense the impatience here. I can sense the view that you have is a world type view, So it's very possible that you are a community type organizer where you go into communities and you help them to change. And that would make sense because you would have a lot of people around you that you'd have to work with. But I do see you as being a leader in that. And in that sense, you are a light worker. Because light working type jobs are not just in narrow fields, like doing this kind of thing. Light worker jobs are the healers and the, like massage therapists and Reiki masters. And there's a whole list. I could go on forever. But there are also the other people, the people on the side that are in the trenches actually working to help make the world a better place. And you're a light worker too in that regard. So, yeah, I mean, it starts small, like this little round pink circle, and then it swirls and it gets bigger and it gets bigger, and it's like the ripples in a lake. Doing one small project becomes a bigger project, which becomes a bigger project. And that's really what I'm feeling here. So it's not your own business. It's everybody's. But you're very passionate about it. Okay? And the fact that the community card came up third tells me that it is going to transpire, whatever it is. But the communication here, the communication has to be, like I said from the beginning, this isn't all about just you, even though you're feeling like it is because you're taking it on. Be specific about your communication in as loving a way as you can. So don't see with these eyes. See with this eye, your mind's eye, and speak what you see. Okay? That's it. Card deck number 3. Thank you so much for being with me here tonight. And until next time, I'm going to try to do card readings, either pick a card, or a card spread, or pick a pile, pick a deck, at least once a week. And sometimes I get an inspiration, and I feel like I just have to sit down and I have to turn my phone on and I have got to pick some cards from a particular deck. So, be well, be blessed, be beautiful, because you are. Until next time. Bye-bye.